Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to bluebobz channel. Today we are going to be talking about the Cyberpunk 2077 delay that was posted yesterday on June 18th of 2020. My question is this delay potentially a flex by Google postponing their date until it can be launched on Google Stadia, so that it will be launched on Stadia along with other platforms? And the reason I say that is because they delayed this game once. We learned in early January, on January 16th, that they were postponing it from April back to September. And at that point, they said that they were at the stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit. But due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing. And this is where they had pushed it back from the April release date to September 17th. Now, we've been told that there is a chance and that there was a probability that when it was launching on September 17th, it was going to launch for consoles and PC, but not Stadia. So now, yesterday on June 18th, we were told that they're going to move the launch from September 17th to November 19th. All right, that's an extra 2 months and 2 days. So why are they doing that? They say that those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know that we won't ship something which is not ready. Ready when it's done is not just a phrase we say because it sounds right. It's something we live by even when we know we'll take the heat for it. At the same time, we are fully aware that making such a decision costs us your trust and trading trust for additional time is one of the hardest decisions a game developer can make. And despite we think it's the right decision for the game, we'd still like to apologize for making you wait longer. Our intention is to make Cyberpunk 2077 something that will stay with you for years to come. In the end, we hope you understand why we did what we did. At the time we are writing these words, they say, Cyberpunk 2077 is finished, both content and gameplay wise. Now, if we go back to the other one, they had said the game was already complete and playable, but that there were still stories, content, and places to visit that they were polishing, finishing up, fixing, or I'm assuming squishing some bugs. So if it was already, for the most part, complete except for some bugs and polishing back in January, and here we are 5 months later, and they're almost reutilizing a similar excuse, or they're saying that it's finished both content and gameplay wise, then why would they postpone an extra 2 months? Alright, we go on to read. The cutscenes, the skills, and items, all the adventures Night City has to offer, it's all there. But with such an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that. Now, that to me sounds like it's still a very similar issue that was in January. So either they haven't fixed all those bugs in the polishing, or there's another reason for them to be postponing this. I'm not a game developer. I don't know how long it takes to fix and polish a game, but I feel like developing the game content is a massive thing, and if they had that done, then perhaps there might be something else. And the last paragraph, which this is one of my biggest pet peeves, is gaming companies and places releasing games early to certain individuals so that they can test the game out and then they can put a review out before the game's even out. This especially was very frustrating as a founder with Stadia, and this is one of my pet peeves with the Stadia launch, is that individuals who didn't even pre-order the Founders Edition, YouTubers who didn't, ended up getting a Founders Edition controller and their setup before us who actually paid for it. So I'm not a huge fan of people getting things early and getting to try them out, especially people who may not be quite heavily vested in interest or financially, possibly with pre-orders and all that. They're still getting a game and they're getting the perk of having the game or device early. So this week, journalists from all over the world are starting to independently play the game. We are eager and quite stressed to hear their opinions, as well as see your reactions when they publish their previews right after we air Night City Wire on the 25th of June. We hope this will satisfy some of your hunger for the game as we work to polish it for the November launch. So, my theory is this. The game was done. The game had bugs. That's what they were going to do for the next 3 months, is squish bugs. They release it to journalists now, so again, to hopefully find, there's alpha tests, there's beta tests, so that players will play. They'll run the game ragged. They'll find the bugs, so then when they release it, they will hopefully have 98% of the bugs squished, and then they'll release patches throughout. I think, my opinion is that extra 2 months, all right, that's enough time to port the game to Stadia. And I think that Stadia, I'm assuming they either made some sort of deal with the CD Projekt Red studio or some sort, because they did tout Cyberpunk 2077 pretty hefty, and we were really excited for it. In fact, we thought it was going to come in September of last year with the launch, November last year with the launch of Stadia, and then we thought it was coming in April, and it's been getting postponed for all platforms, which is great. But I think that perhaps this extra 2 months it's enough time to port a game over. All right, we learned from Doom Eternal, Bethesda. I think that's who makes Doom Eternal. That it takes about 6 weeks to port a game over to Stadia. So that would be well within the time frame. So part of me thinks that maybe Stadia flexed their muscles a little bit, and maybe Google was like, hey, this is a huge game. This is an important part of the franchise, a part of Stadia's platform, and we don't want to be behind on this release date. So that is my theory. That is my guess. Let me know in the comments section below what you think. Also, if you want to hit the like button and subscribe button, so that way you'll be notified when I go live or post videos, that would be awesome, and that would truly support this channel. We're up to 50 subscribers as of today, and that is amazing. Never thought I would have that many. So huge shout out to the subs already. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, and again, let me know what your thoughts are below in the comment section, and I will try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks so much, everyone. Have an awesome day.